This is a tutorial for an effect if you want to have like a bottom control carousel. This could be an arrow or whatever look you like. I am going to show you an example of what I am going for, like a little preview to make sure we know what we are doing. So this is what we're doing. So basically, this is an image that is going to change, but it's going to be controlled by this button right here. So okay, so let's start. Okay, I'm going to move to a page where this is not even completed, and I'm going to kind of start if we start first. Obviously, this only can be achieved by using an interactive component. You do have to create the images like display completely like that, like aligned perfectly like this, to have that effect. And the little controllers right here at the bottom, okay? So the first step is that I'm going to do, you know how this is displaying the whole image, but in the preview we were only seeing a portion of the image. So that's what I'm going to start doing, right? If I see in my layers right here, I can see the 3 images right here. So I'm going to select them and make them, group them into a frame. So select them and say frame selection. And as you can see, I create, and I'm going to call it images, right? And remember that the frame has the advantages that you can change the size of the frame itself, that it can be converted into a mask sort of thing. So if I drag the frame, you see how I'm dragging the frame until the area that I want to be previewed, like this little area. I'm going to leave this a little bit open because I want to show the next one. That's up to you how you want it to look. But I wanted the user to know that this is going to be another image here. So I'm going to just crop it into here. But I still see all the images. So if I want to use the frame as a mask, I tick clip content, right? And as you can see, all the images are hidden. They are there, but they are hidden, okay? And after that, I am going to convert this object into a component. So I'm selecting this element and I'm ticking here in the properties panel, create component. Okay, all right. So I have the component created. And you have to, basically now you want to do the 3 variants with the 3 variations of images. So I am going to create 3. So add variant. And if you see there is a plus here. So if you want a 3rd variant, you can add, click here, and then you have the 3 variants for the same component. Okay, they have to belong to the same component and they have to be variant, so you can interact with all of them as a single object. Okay, so then after that, what I'm going to do, I want to kind of move these elements in the way that I want them, the animated, to end up with. So I am going to select the images, right? And the easiest way to select them, by the way, is through the layers, because they are hidden. You obviously can unhide it and hide, you can hide them and unhide them again if you want to. But I normally select like the 3 images like this, like in the layers. And then I kind of move them. If you press shift, it will keep it aligned, and I put this in the middle. Okay, okay. Now we go with the 3rd image and we do the same. Let's see, yeah. I'm selecting. If you select images and move it, you are including the frame as well, and that's not what you want. You want to move the images inside the frame. So I'm selecting the 3 of them. And then I'm going to move this one and then the next one. There is something a little bit annoying with Figma, by the way. If I keep dragging and dragging and dragging, somehow, you see how it just broke. So basically it took the images out of the frame, which we do not want that, okay? So that means that if you want to move elements inside the frame, that is like a mask now, you have to do little by little inside the frame. So yeah, so that's a bit annoying sometimes. But that's the only way that I find that you can get around that. So, okay, I want also to modify the controllers. And I'm going to just start basically changing the colors. And I'm going to tick it here for fill. And if I select the sample color here, you can adjust it. Okay, I want this one to be a little bit darker, and I'm going to select the image. Many times it's already showing here, but just to make sure, I'm going to do this time. And I am going to do it again here, the same thing. All right, okay, select this one, and I take this, go here, cool. So, okay, I have the way each instance wants to be. I mean, like a variant. And now it's about to link them up. Okay, so I select the second button, this one. I click until I select it, and basically funnel it in until you select it, because what is part of the group, if you select it for the first time, you select the group and you keep clicking until you select the object. So I'm going to prototype. I add an interaction. On tap, on click, action, change to, and the property is the variant number 2. The arrow will tell you if you are in the right variant, by the way. It's like a visual clue. And then Smart Animate, so it just kind of slow transition in a nice way. And then I closed it, and then I select this element and do the same. Change to variant 3, Smart Animate, and you do that with each one of that. This will go to default because it's the first one. Yep, and Smart Animate. Select this one, interactions, and change to is the third one. Yeah. All right. And then I go here and I select this one. Okay, and this one for the second one. And change to variant 2, Smart Animate. All right, so hopefully that's working, okay? But the only way to actually know and test it is by inserting the component. So let's say that I want to insert it right here, right? So the components are saved under the Assets panel. So select here. This can be confusing. You don't insert in here, okay? And I made that mistake many times. The only way to insert an interactive component is by dragging it inside the page. If you insert using this one, you are only inserting this page, this panel, not the interaction, okay? So I'm going to do preview to see if that's working or not. Let's have a look. Yep. Yeah. All right. So yep, that's working. So hopefully that helped. And yep, I will end the tutorial right here. And I hope this helped. Bye.